$11 million. A cop who was beaten up while trying to save his wife, who allegedly she was being held against her will in a
Trigger Trey's room.
So basically, what's going on is back in 2021, Trey Songz had his 37th birthday in November in Las Vegas. It was him, a bunch of girls. They went to his hotel room, and it looks like allegedly what happened was the girl sent out a text. The girl sent out a text message to her husband saying that she wants to leave, and Trey Songz won't let her out. So the husband came over there to go
what
get
are you
her.
doing in the room?
The husband went up there to go there and get her, and then that's where the whole hell broke loose. But what I believe that happened, because now it's starting to make sense. Your girl was at a party, you a cop, you probably had a GPS on the girl already, so you knew that she was out and about. So basically, you knew she was at the hotel. You drove to the hotel. Trey Songz and them beat you up because you was an uninvited guest. Your wife is out there screaming and yelling for your wife out there
She
screaming.
wasn't screaming for help.
She was screaming for something else. Nah, I mean she probably would. No, she said she was screaming when. So I believe like she was screaming, but she was probably screaming when she saw her husband getting beat up because nobody wants to see their friend get beat up. So if you see your friend getting beat up, you're screaming help.
Dude.
Yeah, you see your husband getting beat up, you're screaming for help and everything like that. And the thing that doesn't make this crazy, the thing that makes this crazy is that you're a cop. You ain't pressed. This happened in 2021. You ain't pressed charges. You ain't try to arrest him or anything like that. You waited until now to go to civil suit.
And like civil suits aren't really anything. Like you see people go decades and not pay those.
Yeah, like 50 Cent and all the people.
Yeah,
still owe the people like, the game.
This is
it's a money grab because I feel like the reason why it's a money grab is because they just announced the whole Millennium Tour. The Millennium Tour is about to happen with Bow Wow, B2K, Rick Ross. It's a 24 city tour that's about to happen.
They threw Rick Ross in there.
Rick Ross, yeah, he gonna do certain dates. He gonna be doing certain dates, so I mean that's gonna be pretty fire. But yeah, I mean I feel like they seen this money, they seen this money, and they just had to jump on it because you already know Trey Songz hasn't been making any music for a while.
He's been fighting cases. Why
he's been fighting cases every other week, every other year. It's a new girl coming out saying Trey Songz broke my phone. Trey Songz did this. He woke me up and did that. Like
hit me with a Cobra clutch.
You know these R&B singers is dangerous. Him, Chris Brown.
The more they sing, the more they.
Exactly. What? But nah, I mean exactly.
Sound
I mean,
like some hot tour.
It's not making sense to me. Like you a cop. Like you want the money. You trying to go for the money, and the only reason why Trey Songz ordered to pay $11 million is because he didn't show up to the court case. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna hit him with the I didn't know, I'm busy, I was on tour, or I was overseas. Because remember he was overseas fighting Jaquise. So he'd be like, I was
always overseas. That's what happens to a lot of American artists, and they kind of fall off here. Mm-hmm. They go overseas and kill it.
Exactly, go overseas.
They're like, we ain't never seen Trey Songz before.
Go girl, of course, because Trey Songz got them hits. We was playing you playing a couple of his hits, and I was like,
"This right here, a panty drop."
I forgot about that song. Or like when he did his whole Trigger Day, that whole tape where he was rapping and singing.
Aston Martin music, baby.
Exactly. I mean, Trey Songz out here working. He did have a whole bunch of hits, so of course I understand why he's always overseas. But I feel like that's gonna be one of the excuses that he can possibly use to basically not have to pay the $11 million. He'll be like, I was here. Then he's gonna end up going to court, and then he's gonna prove like if she was held against her will, I brought a bunch of girls here. Like I would
just make it where they can never serve me. If I was a famous artist, like you got to be served. Like if you in another states. If you're not in states that they're in, like they're gonna really send someone like in a plane to serve you papers.
Yeah, I mean you seen that at some of the book signings. I think like with 50 Cent, like he was served with papers at a book signing, or like a bunch of other people, like with Gucci Mane and Peter, like Pharrell, like the Peter people come up and they're like, it's always people lurking trying to find you. Like they spend their whole lives trying to find you. Gary Owens talked about his wife. He hired a private detective to spy on his wife for like a whole like 4 to 7 days straight. Oh. And like he said she didn't leave the house at all the whole time. And then like he said he ended up going to the grocery store and he ended up finding her himself. So I mean it's people out here that be lurking for you. They will find you if you try to hide. I mean you can try to do like the whole Russell Simmons thing, move the Bally. But Trey Songz got to do better. Like his anger problem It's just always putting him in the news. I'm trying to get some new Trey Songz music, but I can't because you over here beating people up.
You got Chris Brown syndrome.
Exactly. You see Chris Brown out here trying to. They got a documentary out for Chris Brown. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make one about Trey Songz and like all the girl situations. But if you notice,
everyone's getting a Netflix special.
Exactly. But if you notice, he ain't doing this. The only black girl you seen that came out and said something about this was Keke Palmer. Besides that, he's doing all these
Watch,
Hispanic.
Kiki's gonna have a report on Usher.
Oh gosh, not Usher.
Usher, baby.
Horrible. But y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole Trey Songz thing. Do you feel like he did it? He guilty, or do you feel like it's something fishy going on? Like, you a cop, why are you going for $11 million instead of trying to take him to jail?
He guilty.
Horrible. But speaking of guilty,